Hey guys, welcome to part two. Now behind me is that Lamborghini Huracan that I just bought. If you haven't seen part one, make sure you check it out so you're all caught up. Where we are right now is I removed the engine and I'm just assessing the damage right now. So let me show you guys what's wrong with the car. So the engine is out. Now I'm looking at all the damage over here. Actually, I just cut this just to see how easy it was to cut and see what's inside of it. Surprisingly, it was pretty easy to slice through with a proper saw, so it's not that hard. It's hollow in here. This is all aluminum, and the damage is pretty bad. There's nothing over here that I can pull, so this is like beyond mangled up. So I wouldn't want to pull any of this. It's gonna crack and break anyway. So I'd rather just replace the complete section. And this side as well, it's pretty much the same thing. It's really pushed in, but I don't see damage anywhere past this bar over here. So both these sides are affected, and this guy seems alright, but I did find something online. There's not much details, but they're selling a complete rear section of the Huracan, and it was white as well. So I'm just waiting for that to come in the mail. But until then, what I'll be doing is I'm going to look at the photos again. I'll put it up on the screen here what it looks like, but it did look like that I would have to remove this. I have to remove the complete rear suspension, both sides, and I would have to cut more than likely somewhere around over here. And this stays according to the picture. This one unbolts off, and I would have to cut somewhere along the lines over here and then insert the new frame and weld it on. That's the idea. I'm gonna start moving the suspension now and see where I can make the cut marks according to the frame that I've just bought. I keep seeing some blue marks all over the car. It looks like I'm pretty sure that this car was wrapped blue, and I keep seeing little pieces of like this around the car. So whoever had the car before, I believe the car was blue. Just lifted the car up. Now in part one that you'll see in the front by the battery, we found some sort of white module connected to it. We thought it was some sort of tracker, but it wasn't, because we traced the wires down and these are aftermarket wires. So I'm gonna just have to get rid of all these. These aftermarket wires were leading to lights. This car had underglow lighting system. So I removed that immediately because I don't want that in my car. And now, since you guys can see from underneath that there's blue wrap underneath the car. So this car was wrapped blue at some point, and looking underneath, I can't see any underneath damage to it. So that is a good thing. Everything is intact over here. No front damage either. And so that means I should be able to get away with just the rear frame piece replacement. And yeah, there's blue wrap all over the car, as you guys can see over here. Some more aftermarket wiring done over here with some zip ties attached to the line, just running like this. I mean, this is something that's not how you do wiring at all. I mean, I'm not sure why you would even want to put underglow lighting in your car, but this is something I definitely don't want in this car. So I'm going to be making sure that I get rid of this system. I keep it as original, restore it back to as original as possible. So as I'm taking the suspension out, I'm noticing the actual bolts that hold the control arm to the body they're kind of loose. It's not that they're loose, but they're not really torqued on that strong. Like I could easily undo these. They should be way more tighter than that, because for these to just come out like this is, you know, I just think they would be more tighter since such a vital component in the suspension. Also, this is almost ready to come out, 2 more bolts, but I'm not gonna do this myself. Safety's number one, so I'm gonna wait for my friend to get here. He's gonna hold the suspension while I unbolt the last couple of bolts. This way we could pull it out together and put it down without dropping it and hurting ourselves. So safety is number one. Just gonna take a quick note of myself. Also, there are shims here between the control arm mount and the actual body. So these are alignment shims to make sure that the camber is properly set on the car. So I'm going to make sure that I hold on to these when I realign the car. But it doesn't look like they're anywhere else, just looks like they're on this side only. So just want to safely put these aside as well. So this side is almost ready to come out. I'm going to start working on the other side and get that all loosened up by the time hopefully my friend's here, and then he can help me pull the suspension out, and then I can show you guys more where I think it's best to cut it according to the new frame I'm buying, so it'll go on properly. I don't know why this got so stuck on, even though the bolts weren't. There you go. Loosened now. The reason I put these bolts back on is so I could roll the car around in the shop. So, but I didn't tighten these that much. Let's take this off. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna move all the wiring harness, put the caliper aside. I'm not fully disconnecting the caliper because I don't want to lose any brake fluid. There's nothing wrong with the braking system, so just gonna put that aside. Just gotta remove this whole spindle with the control arms only, and this as well. So the spindles with the control arms are ready to come out. Now you're probably wondering why I put the tires on top of the car and why there's a random dumbbell here and a random Mercedes differential. This is because I'm trying to keep the weight down on the back of the hoist, because I don't want this car falling off, because these are pretty heavy and now we don't have an engine and transmission either, or any of the body parts. So I just don't want this car tipping over. I'm gonna have the tires on top because I'm gonna be painting the whole car anyway, and this is wrapped. This is literally black wrap. So I'm gonna be peeling this off, and basically these only weigh that much anyway. So this is hopefully keeps the car down, because I'm gonna take these off. I just don't want the car tipping forward. Okay guys, so the suspension is fully out now. The plan is to strip anything off of that's connected to this beam here. I gotta take this guy off, and I have the measurements, but I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna measure, just keep it for backup, the distance between here and here as well. And I gotta take these off and anything that's connected to this beam here, because this is gonna get replaced as well as one piece like this, and it goes around, gets bolted there. This guy comes off too, so I'm just gonna start unbolting whatever's in the way. Funny thing, one thing I've noticed after I clean this area, there's a green mark here. And ironically, this is exactly where I have to cut it. And I didn't make this mark. Like, this was here. I have to cut it here. I'm gonna, for now, cut it a little bit more back so I have more room to play with and I can fine adjust it after. So just for the sake of, Manu, come on, I'm working over here. Just for the sake of having more room, I'm going to just cut it a little bit more over on this side just to have extra room so I don't overcut it, just so I can remove this rear section on for now. So any weight that I take off in the back, I'm going to make sure that I do the same thing in the front. I'm going to take the wheels off. That should counteract the rear frame piece that I'm taking off over here. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up here for now. The only reason is the frame is a couple of days away, so I might as well wait before I cut anything because I don't want to screw anything up, right? So I just want to make sure I measure right when the frame is here, that I'm not cutting anything wrong, right? So if I cut it something, I can't go back. So I'm going to wait for it. Stay tuned for part 3. Thanks for watching, guys.